Okay, and hello. And today for something completely different. And I mean completely different. This is not a stress test. Uh, I was going to do another stress test, actually a super stress test, to see what happens when you just keep going and don't stop. Valmi says that eventually the stick will reduce the forces as it heats up, so that at some point you reach an equilibrium and the cooling can sustain any kind of stress. Or the thing might just explode between my legs and do horrible things. But I kind of chickened out, so this is not going to be that test today. Instead, today we are going to do something quite weird and interesting. We are going to test force feedback on a module that actually supposedly has force feedback support. I don't know if that's ever been done before on the internet, so this could be like history in the making. But first, couple of points. First of all, I wasn't using the full power setting in the previous test. Where is my stick? Why is my stick here and not like here? Anyway, I think I was saying something important, as I usually am, when there's sound coming out of my mouth. And then my stick tries to run away from me. Like it doesn't want to do a stress test. Well, this isn't going to be a stress test, so no need to run away. Also, I have hands and other parts. Weird. Okay, so anyway, I wasn't using the completely maximum power of this thing in the previous test, so the maximum power settings will probably overheat it somewhat faster or a lot faster. Also, the room temperature, it's summertime here, it's quite a bit higher than before. Also, as you look at the temps, I have been running pretty heavy tests, so the temps are probably already up, and this is not a stress test right now, so don't pay too much attention to that. Anyway, so I wasn't running the stress at maximum strength, and also I kind of got my numbers completely wrong before in one of the videos. I said it's about, I think I said it's 2 kilos maximum at 50% strength, but it's actually more like 1 kilo pretty much. However, I wasn't wrong on the relative strength because that's basically smack in the middle of Virpil and VKB space cams. And like before, I like to use the more linear space cams anyway, so that's what I've been using. And the Virpil is a little bit under a kilo, and the VKB at its highest is a little bit over a kilo, so at 50% strength, this was kind of in the middle, so my gut feel was correct. Of course, however, that wasn't 50% of the absolute maximum because my gains were not at 100% in that test. But anyway, the main result of that test was that at that kind of strength, it's perfectly flyable, it feels pretty nice, and it takes forever to overheat, so that is a possibility. If you don't need or want the full power of this thing, then the overheat kind of just is not an issue at all. And that still remains kind of a valid finding. However, I think that if you really give it the beans, then it's going to overheat a lot faster, and I might have to test that at some point. Because as I said, I didn't have the gains at maximum when I tested. And of course, I didn't have the gains at maximum, but the feeling was really nice, and it wasn't that much lower, so it's not like the testing is invalid. That's what happens when you get a reasonable nice amount of strength out of this. It takes it a while to overheat, but not forever. But today, whether we overheat or not, as I said, we already start pretty heated up because I've been doing tests. Today we are doing something different. We are looking at a module that actually has force feedback. It's supposed to, because I'm going in pretty blind here. I've taken a look at the manual and bound some keys, and I have some experience of this plane from much earlier simulators, so let's see what happens. Okay, first of all, why is the plane making a sound? Where did my stick go? Okay. Alright, and this is kind of interesting now. Well, obviously my stick tries to run away from me. I hope there's not a MiG-28 doing -4G, because I'm not doing -4G. Yeah, unless of course I'm inverted, in which case I'm basically pulling 4G, or... Yeah. So I guess that's okay. Then either that's not a compass needle, hopefully not, because I don't think I am in a flat spin. Is it supposed to do that? And then I have like an 80s video game. I guess that's so that if I get bored during a long flight I can start playing that, which is nice. That looks a lot like Suicide Strike, by the way, which is actually not raising my confidence in the plane a lot at all. But it's like a Commodore game from way back. And there are lots of round things and not many square things, which is not raising my confidence. And why does this feel so heavy, actually? I don't know. This is a lot of force. Is it usually this much? Because I should be now running the settings with 100% spring force, but default gains, which is not 100%, and this is feeling quite heavy, actually. Like significantly heavy. And I don't know if this is a Rhino thing or the module thing, and I suppose it could be either, or my settings being wonky or something, but when I pull the stick I can feel the force increase up to about here, and then it's just like saturates. Yeah, no, I can already hear the fans kicking in at this point. But that has a lot to do with the fact that I've done some testing already, so I started with the higher temps. And my room temperature are relatively high at the moment. So don't pay too much attention to that. But this is weird. Like I said, the stick is very far forward. I guess it's supposed to. And when I pull, it saturates here. It's like it saturates when you pull it the amount you would if it was centered probably to begin with. So I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not. Well, anyway, let's go. That's supposed to be my HUD settings and navigation stuff. Those are some round things and that's a square thing. This is my arm. Why is part of my panel blocked out? What? The master arm isn't there, is it? No, it's like here. Okay, so all the fun is not over. Is that supposed to happen, by the way? Am I supposed to have wings? Anyway, I found some keys, I checked out how the wing sweep works, but I wasn't expecting to be using that right now. And I think this sweep should be overridden by the automatic in any case, so that it doesn't give me less sweep than I can handle. But I'm really wondering if it's a good idea to take off without wings, or are those like important? I think this is the handle. If I do that, do I now have wings? I seem to have wings now on both sides. And then I found some keys related to that. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting to be maneuvering my wings, so I have like flaps. Yes, that's my flap key. Yeah. That's the flap indicator. Why is there stuff sticking out of my wings? Is that supposed to happen? Slats and flaps should be normal. Oh yeah, that's my brake, it's kind of... Well, let's hope that the stuff sticking out of my wing doesn't do too much harm, so now can I just close this? And then I click some kind of reset, and then I have a button here that should return me back to auto. Oh! Is it really supposed to work? There were some kind of special settings related to this. So. Okay, now this works, so... Can I now put the thing back to auto? Do I have like a wing sweep indicator somewhere? Together. Is that a G? No, that's the sweep. And it's in emergency mode, which may be the correct term for this situation, but I don't like it. But this is where I click the reset button. I assume it's somewhere in here. Probably not that. Auto. Hold on, is it that? Master restart, okay, I may have to restart this video, so let's see how this works. The video game is still running and... Wait, that was an emergency mode, and now it's something else, it's like manual, Yes, but now I have the key. I remember I had to reset and then click a key, and I found the key here. It's an auto mode. Wow, I know how to fly this plane, that's really cool. And then I need to probably remove the brakes. This is here. Get the brake. That is the parking brake, and I think it's now off. Oh, it's now off. And I wasn't supposed to use Afterburner, which is kind of weird, because this is supposed to be one of the coolest planes ever. And coolest planes always use Afterburner. I don't know. I don't think we are using flaps for takeoff if we do use the Afterburner. I won't tell anyone if you don't. And if the Afterburner actually breaks the plane, then we are about to find out. Yeah, but this is like super mega weird now. Anyway, let's go. This is like... Well, it's not the most boring video ever because I know I've done some really boring shit before. But I think it's time to go or reset and re-record this video. Let's see. Oh no, not the afterburn. I'm feeling vibrations in my stick, which is probably what's supposed to happen. Where's my steering? Okay, there's... I don't have nose wheel steering. Where's my speed? 1, 0. Which one of those is my speed? Holy shit. I think I can rotate now. Oh dear. What's going on? I don't like this. Plane is not filling me with confidence. And my trim seems to be completely
Traffic.
like...
Fish bed, 6 o'clock, 2 miles.
But it feels like it's changing. The feel of the stick is definitely changing. It's wobbling. But this is not spring wobble, it's the plane doing something. It's like I'm feeling some kind of vibration. Okay, we are going... Okay, I'm starting to feel vibration when I'm approaching Mach 1. You might be able to see it's quite intense. Now we are Mach 1. I suppose. And the stick is vibrating. Why are we diving? Hold on people, this might be an emergency right now. The video game is telling me that I am pretty straight on level. Do I have like a variometer somewhere? Is that it? Yep. That's it. So if I'm straight and level according to the video game, I'm pretty much straight and level actually. So why am I diving on this actual screen? In this video game I'm diving and in this video game I'm straight and level. Hold on, what the actual flying? Okay, anyway. I'm kind of having to pull a little bit on the trim. Hold on a moment. Did I just actually feel that? Am I imagining things? No. I'm not imagining things. The stick itself is actually moving when I trim it. This is like general aviation planes with trim tabs or like World War II fighters or something like that. Again, this plane isn't kind of filling me with confidence, so I suppose Tom Cruise's swagger comes from something else. I basically have like 2 numbers on my screen. I'm supposing one of them is the compass and the other makes no sense at all. So that's like very few numbers, of which one is like really binary and does nothing, and the other is a compass, and then I have this artificial horizon thing that doesn't make any sense. So I suppose that should be the real deal, right? So now I'm straight and narrow. Right? No. No. Yeah, the video game and this artificial horizon thing seem to match. But that doesn't. Well, actually it kind of Wait, so that's +5 on the horizon. Or pretty much +5. And that's like something completely different. But now I'm actually flying straight, so... Okay, so please don't tell me that's because if I sit up straight I can't see the horizon all the way. Please don't tell me it's like that, because in that case the plane really isn't filling me with confidence. When I was a young kid I thought you needed to be Tom Cruise to fly this thing, but I didn't think it meant exactly this. Okay. Anyway, now my stick is actually much...
Bingo!
Okay, we don't have fuel. Is that a problem? Does this plane like require fuel to fly? No. Okay. Anyway, let's get on with the testing. Let's go to Tom Cruise mode. We are in takeoff mode, so let's go to Tom Cruise mode. And it appears that Tom Cruise doesn't like information very much. And then airfield. In case I run out of fuel. Well, anyway. So now I have like one number on my car, which is very much. I guess I have airspeed in there. Let's lower the airspeed a bit. So far we have some rumble when I'm on the runway, accelerating. Then we have rumble when we hit Mach 1. I'm not sure if that's getting annoying at some point. But... oh yeah, do we have like weapon effects? Do I have weapon? I don't think I have very much in terms of weapons here, but I might have one. Okay, that works. Okay, no effect for guns actually. To be honest, I'm perfectly fine with that. Personally, I'm of the opinion that force feedback is on the stick is best used for things you would feel through the stick. Yeah, I'm okay with other people wanting other things.
There's a friendly two-ship, Bra, 020, 73 miles, Angels 5.
I kind of forgot that I wasn't alone here. I hope that guy knows what he signed up for in this flight. Anyway, I was saying something, so yeah. Personally, I kind of want my force feedback effects on the stick to be what you would feel through the stick. I'm not sure if you would feel that quite much at all. So no gun effects, but I'm okay with it. Some of you might not be, I don't know. Because I'm betting a lot of you guys are weird if you watch stupid plane videos on the internet. Let's trim a little. So I'm not actually working with trim tabs here, am I? So this is not direct link or something. But it might be almost direct link, but with hydraulics or something. So this is slightly weirding me out, I have to admit, because the stick is acting like I was trimming out a Mustang or something like that. Well, anyway, I guess that's how it's supposed to be. I haven't really flown F-14s in real life very much, so I don't know. It seems to take constant trimming, even with very small speeds. Okay, but anyway, onward to more testing. So we are at maneuvering speed, and I think that's the G-meter or the clock or both. let's go. Okay, now I can hear the stick starting to shake together with the plane. Outside quite a lot. This I actually like a lot. I like the animation in the plane. I like the sounds. This module itself feels pretty impressive so far, I have to admit. And the stick shaking is also nice. You get a nice vibration effect. It starts quite early, before you get into any real trouble, and you kind of get the same oral feedback. So I don't know if it's that much actual benefit for your dogfighting stuff, but hey, it feels good to feel your stick vibrate. So yeah, I like that, it's nice. I can only assume that if you stall up normally, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Hey, by the way, engines by stall, I'm not doing it. But there's the shakes. And let's not actually stall this thing. And the fans are running, but as I said, I've been running some pretty stressful test before I started this video, so don't pay too much attention to that. There's no air filter there, and it's not that much fuel, so it could be a problem at some point. But anyway, the module is kind of nice, and the forces are actually
Bandit,
pretty well.
335, 72 miles.
What? Bandit? Fine. Oh yeah, I have the autopilot function there. I found it, I believe. Okay. That's supposed to be alt hold. And then I'm supposed to click some buttons and then my autopilot starts working. But for the life of me... And then it's this button. Remote. I'd like to see how the autopilot works, because I believe it works with the trim and that would cause your plane's stick to move itself. I kind of don't really know how to make it work. It's like that. Out. No, not that one. Okay, now I get some kind of weirdness on my stick. Like my stick is doing things on its own already. And then, oh yeah, I got the autopilot reference thing. So I now click on the button, I think it's this one here. Where's my ultimate back there? And is the plane now in alt hold mode or just ballistic? I'm kind of thinking it's probably just ballistic. Okay, now it's pulling, but this is like the plane doing its normal things, doing something super weird. It's probably just doing something super weird. Like I said, me and the plane aren't exactly best pals at the moment, and I'm not feeling very confident in it. But whether or not it's the autopilot doing shit, then still the stick is moving on itself, and again, that's probably not going to get you lots of kills in dogfights, but it is kind of cool. And I'll hold this off, and it's still doing things on itself. Kind of interesting. Like, I don't think most of this stuff is going to get you a lot of kills. Otherwise, a lot of success in your life or in the game or anywhere else. But it's kind of actually incredibly cool, to be honest. And when you are in an F-14, coolness is kind of one of the biggest, most important things to model, at least for anyone approximately my age. Because if you can't feel coolness in an F-14, it's probably not possible to feel it. And we are about to run out of fuel, I believe, and we need to trim. Makes the stick move. It's just kind of weird in a plane like this, and pretty damn cool at the same time. Do we have any weapons besides? And we probably need a lock to fire that or something else. No, but I suppose it probably doesn't have any effects if the gun doesn't, so the missiles probably won't. Trimming, with lots of oscillations. But unfortunately, like I said, I don't really know how this plane works. And I couldn't test the autopilot properly, but something on this plane seems to be doing something with the stick. At least when I had the autopilot engaged, so maybe it did something and it was moving on itself, which is again quite realistic, maybe, or just weird. But it's hella cool, kind of. And not exactly super useful. And the plane shakes when you draw A or A. It also seems to shake when you push past Mach 1, which, I don't know, it's not that much of a shake, but I can see how that might be kind of annoying at some point. So I think we have seen most of the things this module has to offer as far as force feedback is concerned, at least how much I can show you right now. And doing this stuff kind of makes me not have to do the mega super stress test. So yeah, this was a fun little test, and even though this plane isn't filling me with confidence very much, this module looks really nice and sounds and feels it feels like everything's done properly. Almost, I wouldn't say to perfection, I don't really know that much, but it's like really atmospheric from the start to finish. The module is interesting, and the force feedback in it is also quite interesting. It was also interesting that this artificial horizon is super weird. By the way, people, that's not what I think it is it? Like if I side slip a bit... No! Jesus. Think about confidence. So the trim works like in a general aviation plane or a World War II fighter. And I have a sleep indicator string, like a glider. That and the fuel indicator makes me want to find the nearest thermals. Is that an airfield? Do we get the finish on this video? That looks a bit like an airfield. But we have a sleep indicator. Talk about confidence and not confidence. Oh my god. Do we have thermals modeled in DCS? That's an airfield. Landing mode. Do we get lots of informations? We don't get lots of informations. We don't get lots of fuels either, so I need to trim a little bit. And my stick is moving when I trim. That's kind of fun. Yeah, but it's also slightly distracting. My wings are working, which is okay. So I can see it also there. And the video game is kind of... What else? Ooh. Is there an actual fucking declutter button? So I guess if you like really extremely hate information, like can't stand it, your eyes bleed, then you have a declutter button for that. I think we need to slow down a little bit. I wonder if the plane breaks down now. And there's a mountain by the way. That's a really big move to put a mountain in the path of an airfield. Who does stuff like that? And my plane is in a really weird trim right now. I'm having to come in at a rather steep angle because of that stupid mountain thing. Let's do some braking. Okay, and basically that was the video for you all, so there you go, enjoy. What was that sound? Just in case I botched this landing horribly. I was supposed to cut the video there, so I guess if you are seeing this part, I'm probably going to do okay on the landing. Well, okay might be a strong term. Why is my plane indicator like off the screen? Do I have like a hurricane force? Side wind? Crosswind? What does my indicator is crazy, what the fuck? Okay, this is not confidence thing. Like at all. And the plane's making some sounds just when I need all the confidence. Good note, good note. And brakes is... And I don't have nose wheel steering and I don't know how to start it. Oh shit! I have differential braking too, but that's not helping me at all. Okay, you didn't see Tom Cruise do that. He's not half as cool as I am. Ah, nose wheel steering. Ah, that's cool. I found it just in time. Anyway, there's some good vibrations for you all, I suppose. This probably did end up being the most boring video ever, except that we made a really nice power slide in the end. And probably broke something, but it's okay because I rented this plane. This isn't my own plane, so it's okay to break stuff in it. See you maybe later or even later.